So with the company anniversary coming up and with you know, new users always being added to YouTube channels or Instagram pages, I want to do a brand review so that you understand what each brand is all about. So Deliberately Dozier Business Ghost Stories was created in 2024 in October after I had so much trouble getting Lipstick Lighthouse off of the ground. So Lipstick Lighthouse was established in June, and I had so many issues between June and October. And when I went downtown to the revenue department, and she asked me, well, when do you want your open date to be? That is the date that, even though you established the business in June, you got your business license, you still have to have an official open date as to where you're going to start collecting money and, doing sales. And the open date was November 15th, and I had a launch party at Knucklebones Elixir downtown. But to precede the open date on November 15th, I had to detail the challenges that I was facing. And that's how Deliberately Dozier was created, the October before the November open date. So in this blog, it initially just kind of has my challenges, and honestly, they're not detailed as much as they could be. You kind of get a light version of what's been going on. And so going forward, whenever I can make sure that I'm getting paid for my writing, I'll make sure that everything is a whole lot more detailed and that you have more background on what's been going on. But again, it was to kind of give you an idea of what was going on with me when I created Lipstick Lighthouse. But going forward, I'll have details on what's been going on with me and all the business owners in the area, given the gang violence and the trafficking and the pimps in the neighborhood. Again, a lot of that is often undetected. It is ghost-like. Nobody is going to wear a T-shirt that says, "I'm committing a crime." That's where investigative journaling comes into play. Another thing I want to do with this blog is give other people the chance to speak out on these things. There's not always an avenue to speak out on crimes that are under the table or hidden. So I want to make sure that I speak out and vocalize, other people's stories. And in any area where there is crime being committed, you know that there are casualties. And so you always want to speak up for those who are no longer here to speak up for themselves. So that's the direction that this blog is going in. Lipstick Lighthouse is an apparel brand, and thank God, first sale yesterday. I have not been able to work on the fashion line, but I'm excited to see, where this brand is going to be in a few years. And there's a publication to go with this brand as well. Journalism is just a huge part of, all of these brands. But the publication is going to detail local politics, faith, family, and, Lipstick Lighthouse trends as we get the clothing line launched. The House of Dozier is a shadow brand. So when me and my estranged husband first moved in with each other, I used to regularly take meals out of our home. It was just the two of us, but I used to cook a lot. I cooked, breakfast, lunch, dinner. But between two people, you have a lot of excess in food. Now, I did, when my in-laws moved to Mobile later, I did, send, food their way. I sent food to my brother-in-law. But again, between 2 to, 5 people, You can still have excess in food, and I'm very big on making sure it doesn't go to waste. And so I used to take, leftovers or food out of my home. And if I found someone who was homeless, I used to take them a hot plate of food. I used to always go through my closet, and whether it was clothes or personal items, I used to pack things up very nicely as to get purses and everything, put personal care items, and hand it to someone who needed it. After I started facing my own challenges, not having transportation, not having regular income, I wasn't able to assist other people as I usually do. And the House of Dozier brand kind of transformed into an open diary about everything that I was going through financially, personally, um, any challenges that I faced in the area. It's just been an open and honest account of what's been going on in my life. So we'll see where that brand goes. Right now, it's just a way to include you in my family or my household. So that's being done virtually. And then when things are, back in tow, I always believe in giving back. So we'll see what's gonna happen with that shadow brand down the line. So with House of Dozier, it's much like Lipstick Lighthouse's origin. Lipstick Lighthouse started off as an Instagram page. So even though this started off as a shadow charity brand, it is now a YouTube page. So those are my three brands. There's Lipstick Lighthouse, Deliberately Dozier Business Ghost Stories, and The House of Dozier.